Okay, let's talk a little bit more about the structure of OpenAI. You said it's mostly pure, it's mostly academic, mostly
It started
not for profit.
Yeah, it started as a nonprofit.
Okay. But then they realized how much money they could potentially make.
I think they needed the for-profit arm to, and I think this was Sam's idea, to usher in this whole arm to kind of release to the public a service.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just kind of this, research, like a bunch of money comes in and then we'll research on how to build AGI. And that's, yeah.
And so Sam knew that potentially in the way the world works, money, if you're profitable, you could float better research, not have to rely on investors, not have to rely on, money being given in other ways, right? So you can actually, use profit margins to boost your capabilities. And I guess the board was purely more of an academic nonprofit centered board.
Yeah. And they're, the board members are, Ilya and there's a Helen Tonner. They're both very capable, mm-hmm. highly technical people. And they're also very, understanding of AI safety. And like, you should be careful with this, right?
Yeah.
And Sam Altman is more of a business-minded guy. So he's going to see how you can sell the technology at its current state. And then, iterate off these small increments. And I agreed to that to a certain extent, right? Like if you build something and even if it's not a full product, if it provides a service to the people, GPTs and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
It's not what they would consider AGI or anything, but it's something that provides a lot of value.
Sure.
Right.
I mean, everyone's using it, right? But I think this is a very significant conflict because, I have to agree with those two board members you mentioned about the safety of AI. I think that, I don't know, man. I feel like profitizing this stuff can lead to dire circumstances later on where, I don't know. I feel like I said this during lunch. I feel like anything negative that can ever come from AI will come from either warfare or greed, right? I think those are the two things that push AI in a direction too fast. And although I understand why Sam's so important and he's a smart man and he wants to kind of supercharge OpenAI in a different direction and make it more competitive and make it more, I don't know if that's the best for humanity, right? Like, I don't know.
Well, the question is, would you bury the Apple One in your closet, right?
Yeah. Would I bury an Apple One in my closet if I had one? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, at 19, whatever, like 70s.
Yeah.
When Steve Wozniak made the prototype for the Apple One, and without Steve Jobs, it wouldn't be out there. There's no market for it. He doesn't create this market for personalized computers.
No, I understand. Yeah, you need a Jobs. I get that.
Right, and I think that's where the
but
world
an Apple
is, right?
One is not the same thing as AGI. That's my point.
It isn't, but there's parallels to it, right? You give
technology.
You give compute to the people, and this one you give you give intelligence to the people. Anyone here has access to a ChatGPT, can utilize it,
and that's without a profit-minded.
No, it's profit. It has to be profit because they have to host it. Need money to host it.
What I mean is like yes, there is profit. Okay, you have to pay for the higher end version of it if you want to use it in enterprise. If you want to use it, yes, but to the normal person, I can use it right now and not pay a dime.
It's like Google,
right. But what I'm trying to say is like ChatGPT wasn't born out of a profiteering idea, in my opinion. I think
eventually it was. I think it was going towards that, and then you get Microsoft to buy billions of dollars, right, or put it to OpenAI. Like without ChatGPT, they had GPT 3.5 as like I don't know if it's 3.5, but GPT 3 as a API call you can do.
Yeah,
it's kind of shitty though, right? It was a shitty version of what was capable, and then you do this wrapper on it, right? Because it's just a chat wrapper. It's a product, and I think this was Sam's idea. It was like kind of make a product out of the technology that you do have.
Oh, so the whole interface was Sam's. So the whole chat interface.
I think to productize it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
instead of having this pure like academic, hey, just run this API call and you can do whatever you want.
Oh, I understand.
Right. And so it became this product. And with a product, you get companies to look at it and like, hey, we should be doing this too. And
Yeah.
Microsoft got in.
It drives competition.
Yeah, Microsoft and then Google started building their own LLMs to be integrated through the chat model.
So I guess the question is it the real question is, do the other board members, it's like putting your finger in the dam, right? Like you can't stop the wheel, man. You know, it's like we didn't start the fire, right? Like Billy Joel.
Well, so, no, yeah. The question is though, did they oust Sam because we're not experiencing the dam yet, but they do have a dam, or they do have a huge body of water that's coming in.
Who's they?
OpenAI. One rumor is that they have an AGI level thing, and Sam's the one, potentially, this is just rumors, is the one who wants to unleash it to the world. Like AGI, dude. Like a thing that can do physics for you, do math for you.
Jesus.
Yeah. Like who's the one who's putting the finger in the dam?
It sounds like, if that's true, they are the remaining board members.
Yeah. This is a question whether that was the case. And I think increasingly at this point, this is Tuesday after, it's very unclear. And it could have just been pure politics, which is like the dumbest.
Which is the dumbest, yeah.
Which is very, like, just the dumbest thing for him to leave.
Yeah.